Hello, everyone. Welcome to our vitamin C plus collagen pump training. This cute little pump, you guys, it is amazing. And we're so excited to have you guys on here today. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Kathy Schultz. I'm over marketing for North America. And I'm just here to kick off the call and tell you guys all how excited I am. This is launching as part of our pumps. We have 4 pumps, and this is the final one to launch. And we saved the best for last, you guys. Like, I am so excited for this and for you to learn all about this vitamin C and collagen pump. So welcome to the call. So excited to have you guys here. I believe this is my last slide until I am turning it over to the amazing Anjanelle Davis. You guys, no one knows and teaches and trains products like Anjanelle. So Anjanelle, tell everybody all the good things about this to get them as excited as I am for this product.
Thank you, Kathy. She knows me well. I love talking about products. And hello to all of you. We've got hundreds of you on the call. Hello, bonjour, aloha, buenos dias. I need Addie and Boo to teach me how to say hello in Chinese and Vietnamese. That's all I've got, but so excited to have you here with us. We've got a lot of information to share, so let's dive right in. I wanted to start by telling you about the 3 pumps we already have. As many of you know, last summer we launched our ceramides and postbiotics pump, our hyaluronic acid pump, and our bakuchiol pump. And so let's start with just a little reminder of the purpose of each of those, because they've been so popular and they fit into our skincare routine so easily. And so I'll tell you a little bit about each of those quickly, and then that will help you understand where this new vitamin C pump fits into things. And I love seeing so many of you from different states and locations in North America. I'm even seeing some other spots as well. So thanks for joining us. So a quick review of our current pumps, the ceramides plus postbiotics. And I am trying to watch the chat here, so I'll try to watch for any questions as you send those in. The ceramides plus the postbiotics, as a reminder, is fantastic for sensitive skin. It's got so many calming and soothing ingredients. The ceramides are very moisturizing. The postbiotics are very calming. And so it's really great to help soothe sensitive skin types. Your hyaluronic acid, that has been a buzz ingredient for the last 3, maybe even 5 years, but it's really been the last 3 years that it's become so popular. News alert, that was actually in the very first products Nu Skin created when we really disrupted the industry with ingredients that were just good for the skin. That was one of the ingredients we started with. So it's old news for us, but we continue to use hyaluronic acid to this day because it's so amazing at binding moisture and holding it to the skin. So hyaluronic acid is great for dry skin types to moisturize and plump up the skin. So then we've got our bakuchiol. Bakuchiol is your anti-aging for those earlier earlier aged demographics that really understand the importance of prevention, of targeting signs of aging before they ever appear, so that you slow down that process faster than other people have, so that you look younger longer. And so ceramides and postbiotics for sensitive skin, hyaluronic acid for dry skin, and bakuchiol for anti-aging prevention needs. So Jen just asked, is this a good one for acne? All 3 of the ones I've just talked about are going to be fine for acne skin types. Hyaluronic acid, you want to make sure you don't layer it on with too many other intense moisturizers, because you could get too much moisture and it could cause a breakout. The new one that I'm going to be introducing will also work. with acne skin types, but I'll talk a little bit more about that as we get deeper into the slides. Valley Girl is asking, can we use this if you're in your 40s? Absolutely. The more ingredients you're layering onto the skin to target aging, the better. I mean, there does come a point where your skin becomes saturated and it can't absorb anymore, but you always know when you get there because you'll get a balling up or a flaking because it literally can't absorb anymore. So it's just sitting there on top of the skin. And that's when you know you've got too much and you can cut back a little. Jennifer is asking, can we use all 3 of these pumps? Yes, you can. However, if you don't have one of those concerns or one of those issues, then you don't need that pump. Like, let's say you don't have dry skin. Well, then you might not need the hyaluronic acid, depending on what the rest of the line that you're using is. Cindy is asking, are any of them good for rosacea? We've turned into a Q&A right here at the beginning. I love it. Rosacea is a skin type that is very sensitive and has flare-ups that can cause redness in the cheeks and the nose area. And you really have to be careful with what you use. In fact, you want very moisturizing cleansers like the Hydra Clean Cleanser. You want very moisturizing moisturizers because you're trying to plump up and protect the skin. The ceramides plus postbiotics would be perfect. You can't cure, but you can provide ingredients that help calm these skin types. And this would be perfect for that. So love that. The hyaluronic acid might also be a great addition as it's helping to more intensely hydrate, especially for a skin type that might be oily plus sensitive, because that skin type doesn't like to layer on a lot of heavy moisturizers, but they could get that light moisturization. The vehicle of delivery is light. It's a gel, a light gel lotion consistency. And so it will feel lighter on the skin. Jennifer is asking about, what about eczema? Again, a sensitive skin type, great for the ceramides and postbiotics, maybe some crossover there as well with the hyaluronic acid. What cleanser did you say to use with these pumps? That's what Brooke Nagel just asked us. Definitely, we're always going to lead out with recommending the LumiSpa cleansers because you're pairing it with the LumiSpa device, which is really going to maximize the instant benefits that can be visible with smoothing and softening the skin. Also, sloughing off some of those upper layers of skin to deliver the ingredients from your pump more effectively into the skin. So I'm getting a little sidetracked here. I'm going to get back to the slides here, but bring some of these questions up again in just a couple of minutes. So if I've missed any of your questions, bring them back up because they've gone through the feed faster than I could see them. All right, let's jump to the next slide. So you understand those first 3 pumps. Now we're introducing to you the vitamin C pump. What's its core focus? Well, you're going to see that on the next slide. But first, it is targeting the fine lines and wrinkles you're seeing here, especially, you know, we always notice those in the crow's feet area, but it's also targeting the hyperpigmentation. Now, I know there's going to be questions of people saying, well, what about bakuchiol? Because bakuchiol does this as well. It's targeting the fine lines and wrinkles, and it's targeting hyperpigmentation. In a couple more slides, I'm going to talk about this again. But one thing that I really want to point out here is that your bakuchiol is going to lean heavier to the targeting the fine lines and wrinkles. And on the next slide, you're going to see the vitamin C leans heavier on glow. Glow is the #1 thing that people are looking for in a skincare product. It's the #1 benefits in search engines that are looked up, that are requested. And so this is a benefit that is the top of people's priority list that you want to be able to deliver. And that is what vitamin C is going to deliver. So Vicki is asking, with these pumps, how much to use per application? We're going to talk about usage in just a minute, and I'm going to hit that. Samantha is asking, would vitamin C be best in the fridge? We are using a form of vitamin C that is very stable. In fact, let me see what the next slide is. I might be hitting this in this, not quite, but let's stay here on this slide. I'm going to come back, Samantha, and answer that a little bit more. But let me just say that we're using a stable form that doesn't need to be put in the fridge to remain stable, but putting it in the fridge can give a cooling sensation when you apply it on the skin, which a lot of people really love that sensation. So, all right. Rebecca is asking about bakuchiol and the glow. Give me a second, Rebecca, and I am going to hit that even stronger, the difference between those two products here in just a second. All right, let's talk bioadaptive botanicals. So on this slide, you're seeing 3 specific ones, but we actually have a handful that we use. This first one that you do see, that little yellow flower, and that is actually Arctic root extract, or rhodiola rosea root. This is a plant that has learned to, well, first of all, what is an adaptogen or a bioadaptive botanical? It's plants that we extract ingredients from that these plants have learned to adapt to extreme environments. And it's been a while since we've talked about these botanicals. So I want to just take a minute here, a hot minute, to, especially for our new people, to remind you what these botanicals are doing. So this first one, the Arctic root extract, it literally has adapted over the years to be able to thrive in soils that have almost zero nutrition. It literally has the ability to, when nutrients are exposed to it, it holds on to it and stores it for especially times of the year when it's going to need those nutrients more, because it doesn't have the ability to pull the nutrients from the soil or the rocks that it may be growing in. And so as it's exposed to these nutrients, or what little there is, it's pulling it out, holding it on, and storing it for when it's needed. In fact, this rhodiola can thrive on the sides of sea cliffs in high mountain altitudes and in freezing Arctic regions because of that ability I just talked about. Okay, one that we're not showing you in here is the marrow root. That is one that I love because it can grow in altitudes higher than almost anything else, so high that even trees can't grow at these altitudes. There's another ingredient in here. You see this one on the slide. It's called Siberian ginseng. It's like those little purpley, that little ball of purpley berries. This is something that can survive in a huge array of soils. It can survive in sandy soils, loamy soils, clay. If you've tried growing something in clay, oh my goodness, it can tolerate acidic soils, neutral soils, alkaline soils. What does this mean? It means it can survive in pollution. And there's a lot of that in our world today. And so you've got that, you've got your, you don't see this one on the screen, but it's called chaga mushroom. It can actually thrive in very frigid environments. In fact, many of you are coming here this weekend. We're going to be below freezing here. So sorry, not the welcome we wanted to give you to Provo, Utah, but it's going to be at 22 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, yeah, Fahrenheit, Celsius, that's like 6 degrees Celsius. This chaga mushroom, not only can it live, because I mean, a lot of things can live in that cold, it just kind of goes dormant. This plant doesn't go dormant. It actually can reproduce. That's when a plant is in its maximum energy consumption. Like typically that's in the spring and summer when plants are, and this is a plant that can thrive in that type of environment. And the last one that you're going to see here that's pictured is the big circle at the bottom. That's called the resurrection plant. This plant can literally go 1 year with 0 precipitation and still live. I actually bought one of these once, and it's this shriveled up ball of deadness. And I was like, oh, well, this thing's dead. But it said, like, put some water in there. And so I put some water, and you just slowly over the next 3 to 4 hours, you see this ball of deadness like come back to life and unfold and survive. Like I had no idea something could survive a year with zero water and just come back to life and thrive. And so I hope the point that you're seeing is all of these extremes that these plants have learned to survive through are extremes our skin faces, are challenges that we've taken this technology, this ability, and extracted these ingredients that are providing these benefits to put in the products so your skin can thrive in freezing cold temperatures like you're going to experience here in Utah, or high elevations like you're going to experience here in Utah, or pollution, which we don't want to admit that we have that, but there's like pollution everywhere almost. And so that's what those bioadaptive botanicals are in there. So I went a little deep on that one. Let me come back. I did see Summer ask what order you use these in. We're going to answer that. Brightening, we're going to come back to that one. All right, let's go to the next slide. So benefits, let me just talk about some of the benefits in general, and then I'm going to come back and talk specifically about a handful that are, I want to give you a little bit more of the science behind. So we talked about fine lines and wrinkles and hyperpigmentation, but you're also helping to smooth the skin, which helps with that glow of the skin and brightening the skin. You're helping to hydrate and plump. I know a lot of people don't like the word plump. They're like, get away from my skin. But it's actually a really good thing. When your skin becomes dry, it becomes thinner and it becomes more transparent and it shows the signs of aging. And as it becomes thinner and dry, it actually starts to dip in and crease, which is the fine lines and wrinkles that you see. And when you moisturize the skin, you're plumping it back up, decreasing those lines and wrinkles, but you're also plumping it up so it's less transparent. You literally slow down the signs of aging when you're effectively moisturizing and hydrating the skin. So you're getting that benefit here as well. So you're also helping to target those early signs of aging that we talked about, the stress, pollution, free radicals, blue light, UV rays, you're protecting, you're getting benefits from all of that. And somebody asked earlier about acne breakouts. This is a non-comedogenic formula that will not clog your pores. So an excellent benefit that you're getting there. All right, let's jump to the next slide. So those are some of the core benefits and extra side benefits that we're getting. On the next slide. Thank you. Let's talk a little bit more in depth about specific ingredients. I won't go so heavy on this one because I just spent a few minutes talking in depth about all those bioadaptive botanicals, but do note that Nu Skin was one of the first to market to deliver this. We had journalists, there's skin-focused journalists. I know one from New York City who was so excited to be one of the first ones to write this up because it was so groundbreaking in the industry. And so one of the first companies in the world to deliver this, not only in a product, but in an entire line of products, and not just one adaptogen, one botanical, but a whole array that are working together. So again, something that unique with Nu Skin, that we are constantly being the first to market with groundbreaking technology and things that really improve the quality of skincare products and increases the playing field for all companies as they try to level up to match. All right, let's talk vitamin C because so many of you have been bringing up questions about this. So I really want to dive into talking about the differences here. So vitamin C is an ingredient that is very well known. It's known for the signs of aging that we talked about with lines and wrinkles. It's known for pigmentation, that hyperpigmentation, and really targeting that. We are using a form of vitamin C that's called tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate. You don't need to remember the name. It's not important. But it is an very stable form of vitamin C. It technically likes water and oil, which is one of the things that allows it to remain so stable in the product. Now, I've had some people asking about the vitamin C 180 face wash. In fact, I think it was Dana I saw earlier who was asking about that. The difference between the vitamin C in this product, the pump, versus the cleanser, the 180 face wash, is the 180 face wash is using ascorbic acid, and this is using the tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate. They're two different forms of vitamin C. At Nu Skin, we love to target problems from different ways. The more, it's like, think about losing weight. You don't want to just watch what you're eating. You also want to watch the nutrients that you're taking, add in exercising. You want to attack the problem from multiple ways because you see better, faster benefits. So we're using different forms of vitamin C in our products. And the one in the 180 face wash is not oil and water loving. And in fact, when people try to use that form of vitamin C, it doesn't remain stable because it can oxidize. Oxidization neutralizes the ingredient. It means that you're not getting the benefits out of that. And so in vitamin C face wash, we've used an anhydrous formula that guards and protects that vitamin C, keeping it active until it's delivered to the skin, where those active ingredients can actually sink into the skin and do the job they're supposed to do. In fact, that's so unique to Nu Skin, we created a demo because it has to be in a stable format. If it's not in a stable format, or product or formula, I guess I could say is a more user-friendly word. If it's not in a stable formula, then that vitamin C can get oxidized. And so in a demo we use a purple iodine. It represents a free radical that can oxidize vitamin C. So somebody who's claiming they've got ascorbic acid in their product, if it's not in a stable format, we can show through that demo that this is an active vitamin C. And in ours, we show that it is active, that it's not getting oxidized by a free radical, that it's remaining active and neutral. Because it's active, it changes that purple tone once the vitamin C face wash is added to a clear tone, a milky white clear tone. And so that's the difference between those two forms of vitamin C. They're both great. They're both wonderful. You want both, and you want to be treating your skin from multiple ways so you get more benefits. So now I'm going to have questions about, can I use all three of those or both of those? Yes, you can. Start with your LumiSpa cleanser. We had so many of you saying, I'm seeing benefits with 180 face wash when I leave it on the skin. We actually did testing to use it as a mask. We're able to clinically show that when you leave it on the skin for a minute as a mask, you get those benefits from that pure active ascorbic acid vitamin C in the 180 face wash. So then you rinse it off after a minute, use your toner, add your vitamin C pump with the different pathway with the tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate that is going to go in there to target those signs of aging so effectively. I love that combination. So back to the slide. Thank you, Eric. He's the wizard behind the scenes. That's your vitamin C. That's why this form of vitamin C is so important. Oh, one more reason why this form, the tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate, is like a tongue twister. This form, not only is it stable, it loves oil and water, but it's a smaller molecule, which means this form of vitamin C absorbs into the skin faster. So another benefit from this form of vitamin C in the pump. All right, let's talk about vegan collagen. And I'm sorry, I forgot to be looking at the questions here. So before I go to vegan collagen, let's see. Anna is asking if you're using the 180 face wash, do you need to use it without water? No, you apply it straight to the skin. If you wet the skin down a little, it's okay. It's when you're storing a product that it can become unstable in the packaging if there's water in it. And so it's in the packaging, that formula needs to be able to remain stable. Once you apply it to the skin, it's immediately going in to do its job and isn't neutralized before it soaks into the skin. So good question there. All right, let's talk about vegan collagen. And if there's time, I'll come back to a few of these other questions. So because vegan collagen, this is so important. So there were questions earlier about the bakuchiol and the vitamin C and the differences, because there's a little gray area where they're both targeting fine lines and wrinkles and pigmentation, even though the bakuchiol is a little bit more on the lines and wrinkles side and the vitamin C is more on the glow and brightening side. There's a little crossover, but here's a big differentiator. Your bakuchiol is using a vegan form of retinol, which is amazing because retinol uses a pathway that can flare up and irritate the skin. But this vegan form of retinol, the bakuchiol is the actual ingredient, uses a different pathway to deliver you the same benefits without the irritation that normally can come from retinol. So bakuchiol is your vegan form of retinol, amazing at targeting the signs of aging. The vitamin C has a vegan form of collagen that the bakuchiol does not have. This vegan form of collagen, of course, is plant-based. It is, the benefits of it are so amazing because we're not using animal-derived ingredients. We want to topically always be providing that benefit, that vegan benefit to your skin. But also studies have shown this vegan form for topical use is a smaller molecule. So again, you're getting a molecule that absorbs faster into the skin to help protect that skin, to help deliver that collagen to the skin, to give us those amino acid benefits that the collagen can bring to the skin. All right, so let's jump. I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to put one tiny little pin. There's one more thing I want to add to this, but I'm going to talk about it in the next slide. But before we go to that slide, let me just finish up on this slide by talking about the glycerol glucoside. This ingredient actually also comes from, earlier you heard me talk about the bioadaptive botanicals, and one of those I talked about was the resurrection plant. So not only are we getting those benefits, the moisturization benefits and all of that I talked about, but with the glycerol glucoside, you're getting additional focus on smoothing out the skin and brightening the skin. This is one of those secret weapons that is really giving that extra boost to the brightening while it's giving some of those moisturizing benefits. Okay, let's jump to the next slide. So here it was additional thing that I really wanted to draw out when we were talking about collagen, because last year, was it last year? My years kind of blend together on me. Whenever we launched collagen, our beauty focus collagen, which is something you can drink and take internally, we talked about how that was the most effective form of collagen on the market. It still is internally. It is a bovine form of collagen, which is one of the smallest molecules. In fact, so small, it's almost like a fingerprint that internally it combined with all the other ingredients in that beauty focus collagen is helping to protect from the loss of collagen in your skin, helping you to maintain the current levels you have and help to increase those levels in your skin. And so that's the most effective form of collagen when taken as a supplement. And to date, there is no vegan form of collagen that has been studied enough, validated enough, and proven safe enough for a new skin standards of an internal supplement. The difference here with applying it topically to the skin is we do have the science, we do have the studies to back up a vegan form that is plant-based, that is a smaller molecule for skincare that absorbs faster than most skincare molecules, delivering those benefits quicker to the skin. So there's just so much science that makes these products amazing. I've already reached my time limit. So let's jump to the next slide. And then let me see if there's time to throw in answer any more questions here. But you did ask earlier, I think it was Summer asked earlier, how much of the product you should use, 2 to 3 drops. So not just one drop, not just one little quick pump. You need to make sure you're using enough to deliver the ingredients to the skin. And it really should be morning and night. From the time the first layers of skin are created to the time they come to the surface, that takes 30 days. So if you're only treating the skin every once in a while, you're not going to see those benefits we brag about. You need to dose the skin every single day for that 30-day period so that those layers getting treated are coming all the way to the surface, bathed in those ingredients, if you will. So 2 to 3 times. Next slide, you're going to see where it fits into your usage, because you're going to have, Kathy talked about earlier about the skincare lines and how simple they're going to be with just 4 easy steps. You can add a pump into these lines or any other regimen you might be using. It is a fantastic add-on. It will go after cleansing and toning and before your serums and your moisturizers. All right, let's go to the next slide, because this is a popular question. And in fact, somebody asked this earlier, can I use all 3 or can I use all 4 pumps? You can, if you want all of the benefits that are coming from the 4. If you don't need some of those, then target what you need and what's right for your skin. Another popular question that I've received and I saw pop up here in the chat was, well, what order do I layer these in? It's not going to make a huge difference, because literally the products you put on your skin mix with each other and do absorb into the skin throughout the day. However, you do get an initial burst of absorption right when you're applying. And so that's why a great rule of thumb is put the one that gives you the benefit you care about the very most, or that targets the problem, the pain point that drives you crazy the most. Put that one the closest to your skin. So if brightening and glowing and anti-aging are what you care about the most, this vitamin C pump will go on first. And then you can layer the rest, or the ones you've selected after, move on to your serum, and then finish with your moisturizer. Now, another question that I have seen is, what about men and women? And all 4 of these pumps, everybody's going to like them because they're designed to be lighter so that you can still use your normal serums and moisturizers afterwards. That means that for men who tend to lean a little bit more on the oily side, they're going to like how light these feel on their skin. The most popular one that has surfaced for men so far is hands down the Bakuchiol. They are just loving it. It's a light gel consistency, and actually, surprisingly enough, in clinical studies, it shows that men tend to like gel consistencies while women tend to like lotion consistencies. Having said that, this vitamin C pump is a very light lotion consistency. I have extremely oily skin, so I can't layer on in my skincare routines very heavy, moisturizing, creamy lotions. This one layers on beautifully. In fact, I was able to get my hands on a sample a year ago, and 2 samples a year ago, and I've been using it ever since, just rationing it out because it feels so light and gorgeous on the skin. The aesthetics of this one, people are going to fall in love with it. I think do I have one more slide, Eric, or is that my last one before I hand? Oh, who? I just talked about that, but let me add on this slide who. These pumps in general, but especially the vitamin C and the Bakuchiol, are great for all skin types, but especially your younger, your millennials and younger, who really want to prevent the signs of aging. Add this into your regimens. So you slow down the aging. I mean, we've got 20-year-olds faithfully getting Botox injections because they understand the importance of prevention. You want these products in your lines. If you are 40s, 50s, and you're really starting to see the signs of aging, have this in there, but you also are going to want to go a little bit more aggressive. You're going to want to go higher end with like True Face Essence Ultra, our uplifting creams, some of those products. So next slide. Okay, I am so sorry. I didn't have enough time to answer every single question that's coming through. But you know me, or if you don't know me, you're going to have an upline that knows me. Reach out. We will get answers to your questions. This is an amazing product. I can't wait for all of you to try. And Kathy, I'm going to turn it back to you to let them know how and when they get to try it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anjanelle. Truly, we could spend another hour doing Q&As with you guys and Anjanelle. Hopefully, as we get the pips out and as more information gets out, you guys will have all of these answers. The resources, we have some beautiful images, and some like videos and different things for this. They're all on SmugMug. We just launched them this morning. So you can find all of these on SmugMug now, looking under the pumps. Okay, so there's our resources. Next, this is launching January 19th. I have said 3 times today that January 19th is tomorrow. It is not tomorrow. It is Thursday. So January 19th at 10 a.m. is when this product is launching. Now, just to be aware, all of the pumps are changing prices slightly. The cost of goods has gone up. So when the vitamin C pump launches, it's the right price, and the other pumps will have a small increase to match the pricing changes that have come since we launched those last year. So that's that. Here is the pricing. Canada pricing retails at $59, member price $48. You have your sharing bonus, your SV, and your CV. So here is your Canada pricing. Take a quick picture. I'm sure it will be posted later. Also, US pricing, it retails at $45, member price is $36 with your sharing bonus, PV, SV, and CV. So there are your prices for this. I believe that there is not going to be a bulk kit initially. We can talk through how to do a bulk kit if you guys want just a bulk kit of just vitamin C, a bulk kit of each. So those of you that are kind of asking for bulk kits, let's talk. So talk to me about how that would be, what kind of kit you want, how many of each, how you guys are selling these, and it will help. We can also talk through if this should have a super sharing bonus and different things. So right now it is launching just as an individual product, the same way the other ones are. And then some of these pumps will actually be in the skincare lines, or can be added to the skincare lines. For right now, oh my gosh, you guys are going to have to text me this because I'm not going to see all of these suggestions that you just put in the chat. It's like blowing up with all the different ways you want this. So find me if you're here at kickoffs, or send me some ideas, and my team, we can kind of talk through how to make some 250 bulk kits with pumps. And if all the pumps, like I said, are equal, or if you want different combinations of these, and we can talk through them. They will not be coming in 2 days. It is only launching as individual in 2 days with the other products. So, yes, we are working so hard to get all of the products on Stella and on Vera. I know that's not what this training is about. I appreciate you guys saying that. Way too much detail and information, but they're in 2 different systems. And so we're having to pick and choose if we get it on the website or if we get it on Stella right now, as we're trying to get everything updated and into there. We are working so hard on getting that there. So I promise it is in the works. Our teams are working fast and furious to get everything into the apps. I love you guys. You are awesome. I think this is my very last slide. Enjoy. Those of you who are coming to kickoffs, if you see me, you better come give me a big hug. I can't wait to see all of you guys that are going to be here over the next couple of weeks for kickoffs. Or if the first time I see you is at Success Trip or something else, can't wait to see you guys in person. Love you guys. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.